If you're creating content for your marketing campaigns, eventually your well is going to run dry when it comes to ideas. So what do you do when you're staring an editorial calendar blank in the face and you just have no idea what to publish next? I want to show you and share a couple of surefire ways to jumpstart that part of your brain again, to think through ideas that are relevant to your audience and that are the perfect next piece for you to create. Okay, so I'm going to show you 3 easy ways to generate some new content ideas very, very quickly. Now, any good content strategy is going to have great keyword research where you're looking at what people are searching for online. But sometimes you don't have time to do that full comprehensive practice of keyword research. So we use Ubersuggest as a great way to, again, generate some quick ideas to see what people are searching for. I'm going to pretend that I have a stand-up paddleboard company. I love stand-up paddleboards. I'm trying to understand, what's some content I can create to attract my audience or to answer questions they have. So I'm going to search for stand-up paddleboard here, and what it's doing is it's coming up with all the things that Google will suggest in the search bar. So when people are typing stuff into Google, you know how you see those words come up beneath the search? That's what we're looking at here, but all in one place. So there's some obvious ones here: stand-up paddleboards for sale, stand-up paddleboarding in different cities, but we also see like stand-up paddleboard yoga. Okay, so this is an interest of some people, is to do yoga on their stand-up paddleboards. So you can go through here. There's also a word cloud option. So if you really are short on time and just kind of want to look from the top down, you can pick up on the most common keywords that show up here. So Ubersuggest is the first place to go to kind of generate some new angles to approach here. And you can go all the way down, even through the alphabet, and just see what is on here. Now, the second site that I like to use is a site called Quora. Now, Quora is basically a question and answer site where people ask questions and then other people come and answer them. So it's great if you want to set yourself apart, as an expert in the space. You can answer a lot of questions. But kind of a separate strategy, I searched for stand-up paddle here. You can see there's a lot of great questions. Now, Ubersuggest is good for the keywords, but there's not a lot of context here. With Quora, we're able to see people's questions and what people are discussing in the answers about this. So here's a question about inflatable stand-up paddleboards. Are they worth buying? Here's some other stuff about related activities in kayaking. But here's one, what about paddleboards for beginners? People just getting into this. So you can see there's a lot of great stuff here. And if I click through, I'm going to see what answers are, on here, and maybe there's an opportunity for me to even answer that question here and then build a blog post off of it. So Quora is a great place to get a little bit more context and understanding, and talk about idea generation. And you just scroll down here and you're going to see tons of great questions from people who are probably in the buying process already. All right, the last site I'm going to show you is Reddit, and Reddit is just another social bookmarking site, but there's literally something for everything here. Every topic you could imagine is on Reddit. So here is what's called a subreddit, and it is dedicated to stand-up paddleboarding. Now, I like going to Reddit to see what people are asking, just like Quora, but Reddit's also a place where people share cool content. So you can see what's getting the most upvotes, and you can see maybe what other content creators are doing, and how that might kind of give you some ideas, or maybe you can take an idea and make it even better. But, could I use my surfboard as a stand-up paddleboard? Okay, well, which surfboards could feasibly do that? I don't know. But there's comments here. We can read through those, and just lots and lots of content here to generate ideas where you can maybe chime in. So, what's a decent board under $800? So maybe that's an entire content series, is based on people's price points. What should they expect and what should they look for in a board? So lots and lots of great stuff here, but you can also see how detailed it gets. People talking about specific boards. And between these 3 sites, if you just spent 15 minutes a week looking at what people are asking, what people are sharing, and what some of the general searches are out there, you're going to have more than enough fuel to create content. And I would just say that if you see themes pop up across each of these channels or each of these websites, then make those a priority, right? So if you keep seeing stuff about inflatable paddle boards, okay, make sure that you have a piece on that. Or if you see stuff about yoga, make sure you have a piece on that. But try to pick up on the trends and on the recurring themes that you pick up on across each of these sites. All right, I hope that's helpful for you. Again, none of this is meant to replace great keyword research, great audience research, but we all know that our ideas can run dry, and you need a quick boost every now and then to keep you going with your content creation.